Hey Michigan metalheads, it's Jen from MoshPitNation with your weekly metal update via video. Shit's cooling down here in Michigan outside, but the concert season coming up is absolutely on fire. There are so many fantastic shows coming. I started my fall concert season with Fallujah last week at the intersection with Between the Buried and Me and the Devin Townsend Project. Absolutely phenomenal show. Kudos to everyone on that tour and everyone at the intersection. I hear the Detroit show was equally as fabulous, so I hope you got to catch that. If not, definitely give Fallujah a listen. Their new album is phenomenal. So every week on MoshPitNation.com under the news section, we do your Michigan metal update. So you can find all of the links to everything that I'm going to talk about right here, as well as a giant list of all of the metal shows coming up all over the state. There's about 150 of them, so you can also get some more metal in your life. Tonight actually kicks off a very nice stretch of shows over the next week. Cattle Decapitation is going to be at the Token Lounge with Eternal Sleep in Detroit, and then Skindred, Head PE, and Soil are going to be at the Stash tonight, which is the front room of the intersection. Goddamn Gallows is also at Max Bar tonight, so if you want to at the last minute go see what an electronic washboard sounds like in a band, go see the goddamn Gallows. You won't be disappointed. Tomorrow night at the Machine Shop, that same Skindred and Head PE show is going to play. Tomorrow night at Mulligan's in Grand Rapids is Destroyer of Light, Ozenza, and Them Teeth. And then tomorrow night there's a shit ton of shows. King's X is at the Token Lounge in Westland. Dope, Flaw, Motigrator, and Beyond the Threshold are at the Music Factory in Battle Creek. Neck Deep, Southpaw, and Midwest Skies are at the Stash. Shadow People, Hikori, Cerritos, and the City are at White's Bar in Saginaw, and then Drink Their Blood, Destroyer of Light, and Rip Van Ripper are at Louie's in Kalamazoo. If you get a chance to see that Destroyer of Light show, they are actually a band from Texas who have a member who used to be in Grand Rapids, and so they're doing a little tour. If you need some doom metal in your life, Destroyer of Light is a very excellent option for you. On Saturday night in White Cloud at Underdog Lanes, you can catch a local show with Shotgun Mouthpiece, What Lurks Below, and The Gift of Hera. Louie's in Kalamazoo has Hybrid State, Helping Hands, Table for Three, and Lucius Fox. Lucius Fox is a two-piece local band out of Kalamazoo doing some really cool, different stuff. Usually music is a little bit predictable. You can kind of tell where they're going to go. These guys take their music in places that you don't expect, and it's really interesting. You should go check them out. Let us know what you think. Saturday, Maidstone Theater in Ypsilanti has Threat Point, M102, Radiatrix, and Flood the Desert, and Dope is going to be at the Machine Shop on Saturday. Sunday night, being As an Ocean, is at the Stash, which is the front room of the intersection in Grand Rapids. And then, speaking of awesome local shows, Friday night at Mulligan's in Grand Rapids, no cover, cheap, strong drinks. If you don't have a lot of money in your pocket, go to Mulligan's and check out Knives Are Quiet, Invisible Mansion, and Crooked Heart. So that's what's going on over the next week. Some of the big shows coming up that we know you're going to want to save maybe a little extra chunk of your paycheck for. Ghost is going to be at the Fillmore on the 3rd and the Kalamazoo State Theater on the 4th. On the 5th, Inter Arma, Call of the Void are at the Pyramid Scheme. On Friday the 7th at Harpo's, Max and Igor Cavalera will bring their Return to Roots tour. Also on the 7th at the Fillmore, Opeth is going to play. I'm going to be at that one. Super stoked about that show. Coheed and Cambria are going to be at the Orbit Room on the 8th. Megadeth will be at Joe Louis Arena on the 9th. On the 10th, we've got Hatebreed and Devil Driver at the Music Factory in Battle Creek. And on the 11th, Parkway Drive and We Came as Romans will be at the intersection. On the 16th, watch for Devil Wears Prada, Memphis Mayfire, and Silverstein at the Crowfoot in Pontiac. And then at that same place, on the 17th, Dillinger Escape Plan and Oh Brother will be there. On October 19th, Gojira and Tesseract will be at the Fillmore, also going to be at that show. Suicidal Tendencies, Madball, and Havoc will be at the intersection on the 21st. And Dockin will be at the Token Lounge on October 27th. So you can find information about all of those shows on MoshPitNation.com and all the other ones that are coming up across the state. The video, or the weekly update this week has new videos from Amon Amarth and Gojira, as well as a link to all of the new releases for the week, which include St. Vitus, Airborne, and True Widow. One of the other things we also do on that weekly update post is find some cool stuff out there that you might want to buy, because there's not a ton of stores in Michigan that carry cool metalhead stuff. This week we found this really cool Cthulhu beanie. It's got, like, it goes right over your head and it's got all the tentacles coming down. It's only $11. So if you want to stay warm this winter and scare some kids, it's a pretty good option for pretty cheap. So again, go to MoshPitNation.com, hit up the news page, you'll find the weekly metal update for the week. Get your ass to a show. There's a ton of them coming out, and you obviously need more metal in your life, so we'll see you there.